but if you'd please put your hands together for the WBA Featherweight Champion of the World, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Leigh Wood. Right, just got a few questions for you, Leigh. Some related to your boxing, a little bit related to your love. I appreciate your love of Nottingham Forest, so we'll start with that. Everybody's talking about it at the moment. I know yourself are a massive Forest fan. I've seen you down there and spoke to you myself. What do you make of the current situation, and who do you fancy as the new manager?
It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? It's a bit of a mess. Look, I think we just need a bit of stability. We need to give someone a chance. Probably someone new. I don't want to see an old face come back in. But yeah, I mean, whoever really, we just need it tidying up, I think.
There's talk of Cooper from Swansea. Took them to the playoffs twice on the bounce. Do you think he'll be a good choice?
Anybody but Warnock or something like that that's going to play boring football. But yeah, anyone. Just give them a chance as well. It takes time. It's not an overnight job, is it?
Absolutely. You recently spoke about defending your world crown at the City Ground. Is that a realistic proposition? Can that happen?
Yeah, definitely. I think either next summer or the summer after. It's pretty much set in stone. I've just got to keep winning, and it's going to happen.
That's fantastic news. Talk to me about your move across to the Eddie Hearn camp. How did that come about, and how is that working out for you?
So he tied me into a contract, didn't he? So no, basically it was either win and get signed by Eddie or lose and end up at the bottom of the pile back in Bigham Legend. So you can see why I box so well.
That's a bit of incentive there. Moses asked me to ask you about the role of Mad Gav, who's stood there in the background with a belt. Good friend of Moses, become a very good friend of mine as well. I know he's a very special friend to you. What's the story with this guy?
He knows everyone, and he does a lot for me, helps me out. We call him the fixer. If I've got a problem fight week or anything needs sorting out, I go to Gav and he sorts it. He's got a lot of contacts, and he's never took a penny off me. So yeah, no, he's a good bloke, and I appreciate his help.
Brilliant, good chat. Just before we come to some questions from the supporters club, which are more boxing related, have you already rough plan how long you will continue boxing, and what's the plan after you finish boxing?
Yeah, I want to box as long as possible. I just love fighting, regardless. I didn't even know fighters got paid before I started boxing. You know, I just love fighting, and I want to fight for as long as my body will let me. Probably 4 or 5 years, maybe more. Who knows? Then after boxing, you know, I'll probably put it back and start training lads in and around the area, bringing the next crop of talent through.
Brilliant. I noticed you played in the recent charity game and did a little video for us, which was really good of you. How did you enjoy that, and how did it go for you, and are you back next year?
I enjoyed it, but I got 2 left feet. But no, I was winning box to box. If you watched it, I didn't stop running, but I was more like a golden retriever in a tennis ball. But no, I love to come back. But I got to be careful, like not to get injured. I'll definitely come back for sure.
I must admit, I was that busy. We were that busy behind here. I saw very little of the game, but I'll definitely try and watch it next year. I've got some questions from the supporters club here, Carlton Supporters Club. Who is likely to be the next opponent for you, Conyon, or will it be a rematch?
I think, well, I'm in a contract for the rematch, but the WBA just ordered an immediate fight with Conyon, so the rematch is going to be put to the side. We're trying to get the Conyon fight. It's going to go to purse bids, and hopefully Eddie puts some money up, and we're going to get it in Nottingham at the arena in March.
Well, that's good information for us. Arena in March, so you've heard that here. We'll see if that happens. Second question on the supporters club: what would you describe as the best fight you've been involved with personally when you've been fighting?
When I've been fighting, my last fight was a special fight for myself. But, you know, I watched Froch's fight since I was a kid at the arena, screaming in the Butte fight as a spectator was the best fight I've been at. I actually boxed on the bill. And Frampton didn't stop his kid, so I didn't get out, but it's still a great night.
What, on the Froch bill?
Bill, yeah.
The second question was actually the best fight you've seen live, so was that a Froch fight then?
100%, yeah.
Which one was it?
It was a Butte fight. I was supposed to fight, I got gloved up, warmed up about 4 times, supposed to come out right before him in front of a packed arena. It didn't happen that night, but then Carl, you know, made it a great night, and definitely the best fight I've been at as a spectator without a doubt.
How did that feel, not to have got yourself all psyched up? That must have been...
I was gutted. I was supposed to have my breakout night, and everything for a reason. It's kind of panned out all right.
Did you take some picking up after that?
Yeah, I was straight back in the gym. I had food recalled that night, and you know, it made it all right.
Question again from the supporters club: what's your thoughts on performance-enhancing drugs in the sport?
they should get banned for life, in my opinion. If it's something harsh like a steroid where you can't accidentally take or buy over a counter, they should be out for life, in my opinion.
That's a fair comment. I think a lot of people would concur with that. Who is your favourite fighter personally? Who's your favourite fighter? Somebody you perhaps looked up to, or somebody you enjoy watching now?
In the sport now, just Canelo. Canelo, he's leading the way, but before him, Mayweather's a smart fighter. Sometimes not the most entertaining to watch, but he gets the job done, sticks to his game plan, and that's what fighters need to learn off. Not taking punishment, getting the win across the line.
And we finish. This is a really good question, actually. I don't know what your answer is going to be to this. Again, from the supporters club, how would you feel if your own son or daughter wanted to take up boxing?
I don't want him to fight. It's a hard sport. It's one of those sports where you've got to be passionate about it. You don't really need anyone else, or you can't have anyone else pushing you to do it. So you've got to choose to do it on your own accord. And if my lad wants to do it, I'll leave him for 5 years and let him crack away. And if he shows me he loves it and he wants to do it, I'll help him. But I'm not pushing him towards it.
Brilliant. Listen, Leigh's going to go on the pitch. He's going to show off his belt for everybody, and I hope you give him a massive round of applause. That's from both supporters, Ilkeston and Carlton, because the reason he's here today is because it's a big local derby. He's also going to lead out the players and the mascots, so he's got other things to do for us now. But please, ladies and gentlemen, again, a big round of applause. Leigh Wood, everybody, featherweight champion of the world. Thanks, Leigh. And if you've got a programme today, there is a picture of Leigh in, and he will sign them for you. If you catch up with